Wait, no. Welcome to my story on a very mysterious story I wrote about my experience while playing Lineage 2 with my dad at 1 a.m. And now this story took place on November the 16th, 2021. But the story, I remember it like it was yesterday. The story is very mysterious. It began with me in my bedroom with my dad, and we were about to play Lineage 2. It was 1 a.m. Now, we logged into the game and everything seemed pretty normal to me. We just logged in and started to select the server and log in the game. We were at the Sea of Spores in the gameplay, and we had like a little quest to kill those creatures in the Sea of Spores, but something just did not seem normal to me when I was at the Sea of Spores with my dad. It just seemed a little bit strange. The first few moments I was perfectly good, but then I started to have a creepy feeling. I started to feel creeped out for whatever mysterious reason. My dad later on started to feel the same thing as me. He started to feel creeped out. And when I hit something again, it would make some bizarre sounds that were not normally in the game. I was really trying to wonder what those sounds were. My footsteps just seemed a bit off, like they were heavy. It sounded like I was piling up in the snow in the Sea of Spores. But some very strange stuff later on began to happen. I looked at my character and he had dark eyes. I was creeped out. I told my dad to look at my computer and he saw this as well. And we decided to, let's just finish the quest and just perhaps go to Sea of Spores later on. But no, we were on the Sea of Spores. But some interesting stuff later on began to happen. Like, I could feel some breath on my neck in real life. I asked my dad why he's breathing so close to me, and he said that he wasn't. My dad started to complain the same thing about me, saying that I was breathing right on the back of his neck, and I told him I wasn't. I felt a little bit more creeped out. But we just had to do our job and kill the creatures. And whenever we kill some creatures, I would feel seasick for whatever mysterious reason. And I could feel myself being like pulled up from my chair in a physical sense. I could feel myself being physically pulled out. We explored in the Sea of Spores a little bit. It was very good, and we killed some creatures which made some mysterious sounds, and me and my dad started to have this bizarre feeling. I killed like this dragon creature, and I started to feel a little bit like unsettled, and I would feel like some strange stuff started to happen, like the dragon cloned himself or something like that. Then the hand from the Sea of Spores would just vanish, and my character would walk on his own. And those were the few stuff that my dad started to experience. In just a moment later, he started to experience the hand disappearing and also hearing whispers. Later on, I began to hear whispers, and my dad began to hear whispers as well, coming from both of our computers. We were beginning to feel unsettled and very creeped out. Those whispers were just I couldn't make out any words. But then I can make up the word glacier being repeated. Strange thing was, my dad heard a completely different word from my computer and from his compared to me. I just heard the word glacier. My dad heard the word snow. It was very mysterious, and I felt a little bit worried. We thought to just do our job and just kill a little bit of the creatures and just run back to a village. So we did our job all while making. And when I hit the first quest monster, it would give me 1 point, but then I'll feel like more seasick compared to before. Like there was nothing in Lineage 2 that would do to make me feel seasick. It wasn't like I was looking at the picture of a boat or anything like that. I wasn't looking at the picture of, like, say, a very deep ocean. It was just me at Sea of Spores. It's like the feeling of sickness just felt irrelevant to me. We both killed 10 creatures and have this creepy feeling and hearing whispers, and the creatures started to behave in mysterious ways. They began to behave in like ways that are not normal, and they're not programmed to behave that way. We couldn't do it anymore after killing around 11 creatures, quest monsters each, and we teleported ourselves to the town of Warren, where some very mysterious stuff started to happen. Like, I couldn't talk to any NPC. I mean, we didn't bother about it, we just closed the game, my dad went home and we went to sleep. Next morning, I woke up and I remembered all about it, and my dad coincidentally came into the house and began to come to my computer. We logged onto my computer, just my computer, and everything in Lineage 2 was completely normal. And intriguingly enough, I was back at the Sea of Spores. Like, I never left, and my quest was not saved.